So 1851 is obviously taken on a new look and feel, and you can see that in the way that the magazine works today. There will be much more content that comes out on the publication over the next few weeks, but what you can see as a reader is you get best-in-class media distribution, from the way that we've designed the site to the way that stories flow to at the bottom of each story it will give you more information to read. We wanted to give you the be-all, end-all solution for any news in business and in franchising. And that's really step one as a reader, is how can we give you enough information that you feel engages you as a reader. I feel that there is plenty of room and space and desire for daily content about franchising, which is why 1851 has taken on this new path. But much about this column that you're reading is the innovation behind what 1851 has become. If you look up at the top of your screen, you'll see a brand sign-up section, and you'll see it in about 1851. If you click on it, it'll give you a little bit more insight into what we're doing. But 1851 is going to and is becoming and is now, depending on what point you're watching this video, a be-all, end-all solution that takes a little bit of PR, a little bit of marketing, a little bit of advertising, a little bit of social, and a little bit of digital, and blends them all together as one. For a franchise brand, if you get access to the back end of it, and you can by registering as a brand, you have the ability to access a very, very encompassing dashboard that basically answers every question about franchise development, or provides a solution to every problem in franchise development. In essence, we whiteboarded out every issue that we could come up with, and we took the main ones as the foundation. Step one is a customized publication, which brands will have. Now all of your news can live in one singular area. So brands will have a brand.1851franchise.com page, and on here it will hold all of your news. So if you have a PR firm, you can take all that press that you've had in the past and you can actually aggregate it onto the site. And then now the big buzz terms in franchising seem to be content marketing, and you'll have the ability to do that. The challenge with content marketing today, though, is that it really is you saying that you're great. If Terrell Owens was going to start a publication, that would be perfect for him, because it would be all about me and I, very, very much singular in the approach. Well, that's fine. I think content marketing is important for an SEO standpoint for a website. You should have moving content on your site. However, we shifted it a little. We looked at journalists and how many of them are losing their jobs or being forced into a freelance world, and how could we recruit them into our group to write credible content about the brand. So now, rather than creating content that doesn't have a byline on it, we're creating content that does. This maintains third-party validation. So the customized publication is where that begins. Where it then goes is into your customized audience. 1851 has about 10,000 readers now, and a really strong month it's 15,000, which is okay. It's not great by any means, but we have a lot of people that are reading this, and we appreciate that. With the customized audience, now brands get to pick who their audience is. So brand X could say, I want people who are 35 to 50, who drive Lexus, who like to golf on weekends, who are married, who live in a house that they bought, who have a net worth of over $1 million. If that's your target, say that's the prospect that you want, and you only want to market to those that match that description in Chicago and Atlanta and Miami, well, you can. So 1851's new program is called Amped, and Amped is your ability to take the content that we're creating, amplify the audience to the right audience that matches the group that you're trying to go after as a franchisor. What's intriguing about this, if you put out an ad in a national magazine, it's going to run in every single market. You can't say, I don't want to grow in California, and block that ad in those areas. Someday it's going to get there. Someday Sirius and XM are going to make it so that you can exact target only the cities that you want. It's just not there yet. The technology doesn't support it. But we wanted to get ahead of the curve and create that solution. So we have customized publication, customized audience, and then the dashboard gets pretty crazy. One of the solutions that we had, because I talked with many people in franchise development, and they said, well, we get all this great press, but we don't know what to do with it. Well, you got to put it on your website, so we created an automation tool that actually takes all of the buzz from 1851 that matches your brand and it distributes it onto your website. It's a very innovative tool, very simple and very responsive in the way that we designed it. But that's just the glimpse of it. There's many other moving pieces to it. If I gave you the list, you would feel overwhelmed. The best way to explain 1851 is you get on that airplane when you're traveling somewhere. You may not know how to fly that plane, but you got to trust that it's going to get you from point A to point Z. Well, 1851 is similar. You understand the basics of it, but it gets very complex in the back end. So I encourage you to contact us. We would love to give you a tour. There are many brands that are already getting involved. I would also encourage you to look at the brands that have already used the system. Buffalo Wings and Rings, for example, was one of our beta clients on it, and it had a very, very banner year in 2014 as testing it out. In 2013, they spent $120,000 on franchise marketing, which in essence had an $8,000 to $12,000 cost per deal. They should have netted 10 deals. They netted 0 off of their marketing. We reversed that strategy, made it more cost effective, and went through 1851 as the primary driver. And in 2014, they had 8 existing franchisees buy into their system, so they're re-engaging and reinvesting, and 9 new operators joined their company. This is how franchising should work, that we should be able to target the audience that we want and then deliver the message. So we have a fighting shot as a brand to get in front of the right people. Again, that's step 1 of a very, very complex model, but you as a reader, you get the benefit of reading all this content in one singular place, and I encourage you to search around and keep coming back on a daily basis, because every single day we'll have plenty of content for you to read. Thanks for checking us out.